Hello everyone. Today I got a pretty good looking breakout on this Zcash, and also Ethereum is looking pretty interesting here. Still a lot of the altcoins are under the 9 EMA, looking pretty weak. Bitcoin is below the 9 and the end of VWAP from the swing low. So yeah, not really convicted on into this one. Quantums, I really like how they close on the weekly. Two consecutive close above the 9 weekly, and the QBTS and RNQ has closed above all the weekly EMAs. RGTI is also looking pretty good. And this fills out after Thursday's weak actions, and Friday it just snaps back right away. Hopefully it can tighten up a little bit. I'm gonna focus on the first I don't know, 15 minutes after the open. I believe that will be all of my trading today. The BMNR takes up so much of my buying power that I cannot get into Intel. I really would like to buy Intel today, but I can. So that's that. Today we got the pullbacks on the software. I'm not gonna do anything for the software names. Either they hit my stop or I'm gonna stay along. ONDS today pullback buy, undercutting actions. I think it's a really good one. That I did actually miss it. Pulling back to the 21 and 50 EMA and the previous gap, this gap fill, 849, 847, and the previous swing high as well. Also on the weekly 9 EMA, but it's too late when I realized it. And I kind of don't like to buy it on this 5-minute breakout. And yeah, and I also got got insufficient buying power after entering BMNR. So, but ONDS on this flush is a really good opportunities for the pullback buys in my opinion. Yeah, it looks really good. Kind of staying on that AXTI miss. Yeah, but you won't nail the entry of every opportunities, and I think AXTI is not even that good of an opportunity. It's definitely like breakout entry, which is pretty aggressive in the recent market environment. And I think it's too early to say you have missed it, because like it definitely can pull back today, like reversing intraday, or we got to pull back tomorrow into this gap area. It's still very possible, and even if it doesn't, like there's definitely tons of opportunities that you're gonna miss. I don't really felt that bad for missing AXTI. Yeah, to me, I think ONDS is the one that I should catch, that I should keep an eye on. Would you mind explaining why you're looking at a lot of names that didn't show relative strength during the market correction? Can you explain a little bit more on that? What names, especially, particularly? Which one? AXTI? Surely it went down a lot during the correction. But look at its rebound. This rebound has it has already doubled from more than double from the bottom of this correction, and now it's back above all the EMAs. And if you also zoom out and look at the weekly chart, this is a pullback into the rising 50 EMA, undercut and reclaimed final support, and now back above all the EMAs. And it has shown huge relative strength during the bounce compared to all the other, not only like semi names, like I think 99% of the stocks out there, and it's showing huge volumes during the bounce, and I really like the high liquidity of the name compared to its market cap. So it's trading like more than $1.5 billion volume at like a 6 billion market cap. It is a sign of like a speculation. Like this thing is I think it's the main focus of a lot of maybe hedge funds or any big like a smart money, no matter what strategies they're trading. But you can see like there are lots of people trading this name, and to me it's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing. How do you prepare for pullback buys? What is your trigger? I don't see you put any alerts on TradingView. You have a mental price during daily scans. How does it work? Yeah, mostly I'm just using the mental alerts. I generally for pullback buys, I would put them into the main watch list first. Like most of them are the strong names like AMD. So if AMD pulls back into maybe the rising 9, rising 21, or any supports level in the coming days, then I will probably not notice that. And yeah, and I'm just doing it manually. What would you want to see in software's price actions to buy the correction here? So first, IGV is pulling back into the anchor VWAP, and also the anchor VWAP from this gap up in the 9 EMA as well. But to me, I would consider the 9 EMA and the anchor VWAP will be a pretty strong support level in the short term that the software sector could find support and bounce back up. So if to me, if software continues to dip, like trying to go below the anchor VWAP today, like if the next 60-minute candle we got a hopefully a fast breakdown, and then showing certain kind of support or bounce after the breakdown, that will be a possible entry to me. Although because I probably can't enter any because I don't have any buying power left. But yeah, that could be a potential entry. The second, maybe tomorrow, if tomorrow we got another pullback, or we open below the 9 or the anchor VWAP and then quickly reclaims it. And a lot of software names like Twilio is right at the 9 EMA as well. So yeah, to me, I don't think software is doing anything wrong right here. I am gonna trust my stops. Can you explain what's your entry point on Rocket Lab and AOI? Rocket Lab, I bought the 1 minute opening range breakout. I think it's a little bit, I bought it near the close of this 1 minute candle. Maybe right after the close of this 1 minute candle. Kind of like an anticipation of the opening range breakout. And it's a really strong bounce off the lows. And also like the 5 minute, 15 minute, 60 minute pullback into the gap area, the EMAs. And the daily looks pretty good as well. And most importantly, that will be the space theme is doing pretty good. In the past days and weeks that I've talked about that last week as well. AAOI would be on this day, 11th of August, the pullback into into this gap area. And also, if I'm not remembering wrongly, that will be the anchor VWAP from this day. No, this day. Ooh. Oh, this day. Yeah. So why anchor VWAP from this particular, like 31st of July? That's simply because it has shown support in this day on 6th of August. So on 11th, this is the second time that AUI revisited this anchor VWAP as and also into this gap level. So I've just bought I think the 5-minute candle breakout. Are you consider trimming some? No. Can you explain on your entry on Circle as well? And Circle is the only one that I raised my stop, but I'm gonna explain it a little bit later. I think Circle, this one is I treat it as the crypto play that I think back in, is that 11th of August? It'll be this day here. Maybe not, but yeah. I think before 11th, I'm treating Circle as the crypto correlation play. But I think like after 11th of after that, I think I'm just treating this as the software, one of the software names right now, and I've tried entering Circle like back here when it's at the lows, but I got stopped out on 6th of August, and also I think I've also got stopped out on 10th. I'm not sure. I think so, and I didn't buy it back, and on 10th of August, on this day, it has shown pretty decent actions on the rising 21 and the rising 9 after the first close above them. So to me, I consider the reactions on both Friday and Monday are pretty solid, and I think it could be a potential buy, setting up a potential uptrend on this base. And then I just bought I think the 5-minute breakout on this. Yeah, a very clean 5-minute breakout on intraday here. Stop is around 1.5%. Yeah, and I raised my stop on of Circle on, I think on the 13th. No, not Thursday, probably Friday. I think probably Thursday after I end the stream, like when Circle's starting to pull back and lose and lost the 9 EMA on the 60-minute charts, and together with the crypto weakness. So and at that time on Thursday, it is right below the declining 50. So I think it would be. But I prefer playing a little bit more safe when the stock is like kind of rejecting at the declining 50, because like definitely the close on that day is pretty strong, but intraday it has shown some weakness, and it looks like it would be like a rejection of the 50, and it looks like a short. Actually, it looks like a short to me intraday. So and then I zoom in, and you can see like it has shown some support on the rising 50 EMA on the 15-minute chart, and also like this ascending trend line as well. So I think it's reasonable to like set a stop a little bit below the rising 50, and also below the opening range lows of that day. And Circle never stopped me out after I raised my stop. Are you trying to switch to position trade philosophy for holding your positions Yes, I think so. And especially like Q's has just recovered from a pullback or a correction, and I believe that this is the best time to really like position trade your stocks, to do position trading. Mind me to ask why you're so obsessed with the crypto names. They don't like having any strength. I've explained several times why I'm interested in the cryptos names. In short, I really like the weekly chart, and I think that could be a really high like potential asymmetric risk reward right here. Do you follow the exit strategy when the daily candle closes below EMA 9 and 21? If so, do you close it off before the market close or on the next day itself? Yeah, and that's a good question because I rarely watch the close. So to me, it's really hard to define my exits based on the close below a certain EMA. And my adaptation to it would be setting a hard stop slightly below a certain EMA. And let's say like crowd, but although I'm not raising my stop on crowd, but if I have to, so let's say I am using the 21 EMA to trail my crowd position, then probably I would put my stop like maybe a little bit below the 21 EMA. So one approach would be zoom in, maybe using the 60-minute chart or the 4-hour chart, and find a certain EMA that kind of match with the 21 and 206. So that would be the 150 EMA on the 60-minute chart. So maybe I'm gonna just set a hard stop slightly below it, and how much below it? I'm just doing it like randomly, and no specific percentage or range below the EMAs. And another approach that I also love to use would be like setting a stop below a certain candle low. So maybe on this candle low, and it is also slightly below the 21 EMA as well. So that's my two approach that I mainly uses, and you can definitely create your own one, and just pick the one that you love to use or you find it suitable for you. Can you explain why you just now looking at HP after it stopped out good pullback to the 9 EMA daily charts to buy? HPQ? Yes. And I did re-enter it. So HPQ is one of the names that is showing relative strength. I think during the pullback and also after the and also during the bounce after the pullback as well. And why HPQ today, why the 9 EMA pullback really attracts me today would be how it the reactions on the 9 EMA after during this whole uptrend of the lows. Like this is the last close at the 9 below the 9 EMA, and since then HPQ has served the 9 EMA like perfectly all the way up, and it has undercut it for like a few times, also on this 60-minute 50 EMA. So today we are at the same EMA on the 60 minutes and also the daily 9, like the daily. They probably look similar because of like the time frame difference. Like I think that 60-minute 9 EMA is like really similar to the daily 9. So yeah, this is the first thing, and also the major reason that I really like to re-enter HPQ at the lows, and I mean finding supports at the lows. So I only got like 1/4 of my position on the 15-minute breakouts because I'm using limit order to this time. And then I got the remaining part like on the candle after the breakout candle. And the second reason would be the pullback into this gap area on Thursday, a huge gap up and then a intraday fade. Oh, the third reason that I didn't realize when I'm entering is at the previous swing high as well. That will be and also this two little swing high as well. And yeah, it looks pretty good actually, much better than I thought. So yeah, that's a pretty solid pullback by in my opinion. I wish I can. I did enter Intel today. Hopefully we can get another entry later. Do you agree with Chris that the EMAs or SMA you use isn't really that important? Meaning a 10 SMA similar to a 9 EMA, etc. I think they are important, but I think they're important based on like not based on which EMAs or like SMAs, not based on the exact configurations or settings of a certain EMA or SMAs. Is based on how you come up with that with that settings and how you feel about it. So if you're using the 10 SMA and you have like really tested out, like trying to compare it with like maybe 9 SMA or like 10 EMA, like you have really did your own comparison and reached the conclusion that yeah, I think the 10 SMA works the best. And then so you are using the 10 SMA and having that having your own opinion and your own comparison or study or whatever you call it is very important. So it's not based on trader A use 10 SMA, so I should like follow him and put the 10 SMA on my charts instead of the 10 EMA or the 13 SMA. So my answer will be which certain EMAs or SMAs that you're using is not important, but the reason behind which one you're using is very important. Or maybe you can use both of them. Like if you found it's like putting them together on the chart works better, then why not? So just find your own way and find the one that works best for you. This fake is looking pretty good. Now it's holding up above the 9 EMA. We got a pullback today. So this is the end of today's stream. Thank you guys for coming, and we'll see you in the next one.